another day, another mock draft. And I got to be quite honest with you. If it were up to me, I would do mock drafts every day, like even during the middle of the season. Why don't you? Well, they're kind of pointless at this point, but for now, this time of the season, man, I love them. All the possibilities, all the different things that could go on with the respective NFL teams, and today we do the Las Vegas Raiders and our AFC team, and I gotta say, the Raiders got some options. Now, I also have to say this is before free agency, so we're assuming the worst. We're assuming they only bring back veteran guys that aren't going to be huge parts or upgrades. So worst case scenario, they don't bring back anybody. This is no trade scenario too, so we'll get into more trades. We're going to do a lot of these mock drafts. You guys are going to get tired of them, but overall, I think there's a lot of different things the Raiders could do in terms of free agency, and we've kind of addressed some of those ideas. But for right now, I think we need to really focus on some of the things that the Raiders can do. And really this first, the first go around, the first mock draft for every NFL team is really just to see where the board falls, because I think obviously this switches up a lot, this changes a lot, but this is just the fun part of just seeing where every player that you potentially want to see or would like to see on your team, where they fall. So we'll go ahead and get started here. So first things first, 7 rounds. The medium. I like to slow it down a little bit. Let's just take a chill pill, and then let's go to take off the default settings because those are lame. Take those public. I don't care about the public's opinion or PFF. We'll just do our own. So care for positional value high. Draft needs also extremely high. Randomness zilch. None. I didn't say that right, but the point is we try to make this as realistic as possible, and so we take those down just for good measure. So now we go ahead and select the Raiders at 22. I saw them have a mock draft. I think it was with PFF that said they would trade Derek Carr for another first round pick. I love it, but I also don't want to lose Derek Carr. I think he's the man. Anyway, let's go ahead and into the draft here. This is going to be interesting. So the Raiders have a couple of needs. Let's see here. So we're going to start draft. Let's do it. Okay. No trading. Go all the way down to 22 and see where it takes them. I love this, man. The excitement, all the different things that come with it. Let's see who goes to the Vikings. Sam Howell? Man, it was Kenny Pickett this morning. We'll see where he. I don't know where the Vikings are going to draft. Dude, I don't even know if they actually need a. Oh, Trent McDuffie's there. I don't even think they need a quarterback. Anyway, so let's see here. You've got Tyler Lindenbaum is there. You've got. I think the Raiders' offensive interior specifically is fine. I would like to see upgrades, but I would also like $1 million. But that's kind of where we're at. So biggest needs I think right now are wide receiver, defensive line. Devin Lloyd's there. Trayvon Walker. Okay, man. Devontae Wyatt's still there. I love this. This is a nice draft. I wonder where is I don't ever know where. I can't think of the player off the top of my head. Anyway, we need to get moving here. So, okay. I want to see who they have at D tackle, because if they have Jordan Davis, oh, that's who it was. Yeah, Jordan Davis. If they have Jordan Davis, Jordan Davis, I'm sorry, but anytime you have a guy, Jordan Davis is a first-round draft pick. I don't care what anybody says. If you watch this man as a junior, yes, maybe I would have said, okay, maybe a third, fourth-round pick. But he came back this year and absolutely just tore it up. I mean, he was in the Heisman voting as a defensive tackle. What's that tell you? This man is, well, a man. So I think right now, but can you get Jordan Davis? Okay, major gamble here. Could we get Jordan Davis or Wyatt or Devontae Wyatt in the second round? 54. That's a little bit of a scoot. But what's the BPA right here? BPA is Trent McDuffie. They need corner. Trent McDuffie is a bad man. You know what? I don't think if he falls down to 22, I think you take Trent McDuffie and just pray that one of those Devontae Wyatt boys or Jordan Davis, makes it, because man, Jordan Davis went in the next pick. I'm sorry, but the Raiders need some help on the corners. I love Jordan Davis. I've been an advocate that the Raiders should trade up for him, but if McDuffie falls that far, I don't see why you should not take him, especially since you need some corner help. So I think this is where Devontae Wyatt went. Oh wait, that's how it goes. So here you go, Sky Moore. This is what this was the second thing I was like, okay, I need a guy that can stretch the field, that can do it all. I love Sky Moore. I've loved him pretty much. He had a really big year this year, and I think you could really see a guy that not only takes the top off of defense, but also just catches it and runs and just goes. I love Sky Moore in this particular position. 54. A lot of people had him rated as an early second or a late first round draft pick. So I love the value here. You go Sky Moore. You get a defensive tackle, and you address two of your biggest needs in corner and wide receiver. Trent McDuffie, oh man, falls down to 22. You get Moore there at 54. That's value. That's what you love. Now here's where things get interesting, because you have a lot of value down, especially in these third and fourth, fifth positions here. I'm hoping, I'm praying. Let's see here. So we got those two things taken care of. Okay, so let's see here. So not a whole lot going on in terms of Neil Farrell Jr. still there. Linebacker. Ooh, Asamoah's there. Boy Mafia. Oh, I would love Boy Mafia. I want to see real quick. If Perion Winfrey is there in the third round, you take him and don't even think twice about it. Perion Winfrey, yeah, he's definitely gone. Yeah, I just want to see where he went, because Perion Winfrey is like my dream scenario to go to the Raiders. He's just a stud. I'm not seeing him right now, and I'm not going to spend too much. There you go, 55. Wow, right after our Sky Moore pick. Well, so maybe the Raiders could trade back up. I don't care. So we're now in a position where you got Brian Asamoah there. You want D-line, but there's a lot of good D-linemen here I like in this draft that I like specifically for the Raiders. I think you go either Asamoah here or Mafia, because I never get these guys' names right, so I apologize, because I really like Mafia's edge presence. I think he had 7-8 sacks for Minnesota last year. Asamoah had over 80 tackles for Oklahoma last year. I like. But you also got Malcolm Koonce that I think deserves more of a shot. BPA right now is Brian Asamoah. I think and he also helps serve a major need. Don't know if he falls down this far, but he is a hand as well. Boom, 3 first picks. I love how this is already going on. This is an A draft already. No trading or anything. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is interesting. Really. And I don't know that the board is actually going to. That's why we took out all the randomness, and it's all those players just kind of go down. It depends on the day, but man, if you get Sky Moore and Trent McDuffie there, oh man, that's amazing. So stop talking, Colton. Get to drafting. Okay, so here we go. Neil Farrell Jr. is still there. You got your wide receiver kind of taken care of. I would like to go D-line here, but question is, who's going to be there? Noah Ellis. Noah Ellis is a stud, but I think this is I know it has him more rated 125. If you can get him at 162, I think you take that all day long. I don't think people will love that, but if you don't know Noah Ellis, turn on the tape of Idaho. I'm telling you, Noah Ellis, 6'4", 360. The man just gets after it. Eat up those double teams in that new Patrick Graham scheme. I love him. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna see what else we got here. Troy Anderson played everything for Montana State last year. Well, over the years, not just last year. So Dylan Parham. I'm sorry. That's the scenario where you run Dylan. That's an immediate upgrade at guard. You get Dylan Parham there at a premium price. I mean, he's a second round pick. A late second round, early third round pick. That's fall all the way to the fourth round. Yeah, you run that card to the table. I love Dylan Parham. I think he's going to be a stud. Let's see here. Now that we go into the fifth round, this is exactly what I've been talking about all offseason. This is where guys like Dave Ziegler, Josh McDaniels, this is where they'll shine. They need to find these guys on the interior that will make some noise. Noah Ellis is there. Could we get him in the 7th? Maybe, but I'm not. Oh, you got 162, 163. Noah Ellis, not even thinking twice about it. Are you kidding me? I love that. I love Noah Ellis. And then now you've got yourself in a position here. You got Luke Fortner, Pierce. Also, Josh Jacobs, he's going to be there for another year, so I don't know. Cordell Flott's there, 107, 163. That's really good value, and that's a huge position of need. You can never have too many good corners. I love it. This draft is my favorite so far. This is absolutely my favorite. Now you go down to the 7th round. You've got your speedy wide receiver. You've got your offensive lineman and Dylan Parham that I think immediately could shift in and start right away. I think you put either. You probably put. Well, that's the thing about Leatherwood. It depends on where they put him. I can see him playing right tackle. I thought he was going to be a really good right tackle coming out of Alabama, but then he switched over to guard. I don't know, but nobody is safe. Get somebody in there at guard, and maybe Parham could play good tackle. I don't know, but overall, I love Parham. If he gets all the way down there, there's no way you're passing him up. So 7th round pick here. Fortner dropped. How is Fortner? I'm sorry. I don't think this is realistic at all because Fortner's a stud. Alec Lindstrom. I love Alec Lindstrom. Yeah, I'm sorry. If I know this might not be like 100% accurate, but if Fortner makes it all the way down to 223, I don't care about the depth. And that's what the Raiders need to do is like they need to make sure that they take chances on these interior guys and these exterior guys. But I love that. I love that draft pick. So like I said, you've got your corners, a couple of corner help. Trent McDuffie falls all the way to 22. Sky Moore, you get in the 2nd round. That's a big time pick. Also, Noah Ellis. I love Ellis. I think he's going to be a quality pick. I wanted to get Perrion Winfrey. That is he's going to be a late 2nd round pick. We know that at this point. So he's like the ultimate goal. But again, this is all before the free agency period. So man, I love that. I love this draft. This is huge. And we're just going to wait to get loaded here. Low ad. Maybe. There we go. Trent McDuffie here once again. 8. Love it. Love the pick. Or get him at 22. He's valued as their number 8 overall player. He's a stud. Just turn on the tape. This man, he doesn't give up a lot. You love it. You help out that corner room that desperately needs it. Sky Moore, stud. I basically call everybody a stud, but these 2 picks, these first 4 picks, I think could immediately contribute. I think McDuffie and Moore will start, but after that, Asamoah. I mean, you love that value. 3rd round, getting him in there, being a huge part of that Raiders defense. Pairing him with Denzel Perryman. Oh man, that's gonna be fun. Dylan Parham again. I know a lot of people are saying that. Leatherwood is more of a guard than a tackle, but I don't care. Put who's ever best. Have a competition between these two. Put ever who's there. But Dylan Parham he's a road grader. You love it. Noah Ellis, again, the dream there is Perrion Winfrey, but if Noah Ellis falls to the 5th round, I take him twice and don't even think about it because, that probably is where he should be taken. But at the end of the day, if you're going to be disruptive, if you're going to take up double teams, Noah Ellis is your guy, especially in that new Raiders defensive front, whether it's a 3-4 or a 4-3. Now, his size, you probably wanted more of a 4-3 and some of those sub packages, but a guy that can come in and just wreak havoc, take up double teams, let Denzel Perryman and now Brian Asamoah just out there flying around hitting people. You love it. He's too big of a man. You cannot just block him with one blocker. So you need to have a plan for Noah Ellis. Cordell Flott out of LSU. I think this is really good value here in the 5th round. And then Luke Fortner. I mean, I don't know that he drops that far, but this is about helping shore up that offensive line for Derek Carr. I came into this knowing there was a couple of needs. There were needs for the Raiders in terms of corner. You got that in McDuffie. I love it. And then you also got a needs at linebacker. Asamoah, I think, could immediately come in and play some really good football for the Raiders. Also, Sky Moore. I love Sky Moore. I think he's going to be a guy that you just dump off the ball and let him do his thing. And I thought that the Raiders needed either a starting offensive lineman or a lot of good depth pieces. And you've got 2 really good depth pieces here. You also got a Noah Ellis that might not start, but he'll bring in a lot of value there from the 5th round. And you know what? I think no trades, just our 1st round. If this is how it goes down for the Raiders, I would be stoked. This is an A draft for me. I don't care what anybody says. Again, then obviously McDuffie, Moore. Garasimo. I'm sorry. I'll cut to the chase. But overall, this is kind of how our first no trade draft with the Las Vegas Raiders, and that's kind of how it all unfolded. I love it. And again, we're going to do a lot more of these in terms of trading, getting help, getting the players we want, but just cut and dry where the board lays. We know where Perrion Winfrey goes. We know, where some of those wide receivers fall a little bit now, and I think potentially could we look at getting guys like a Nakobe Dean to help fill out that linebacker spot, or Zion Johnson to help fill out that Nakobe Dean for that linebacker spot, and then just Zion Johnson for that guard spot. Possibly we'll get there, but our first mock draft, I love this one, and I think it's going to be a really good draft. And I think this is going to be a really fun offseason. I think the Raiders are going to have a really good draft. But let's know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Make sure you guys leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show, especially that like. We greatly appreciate it, and we love every single one of you guys. Also, in our description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. We would greatly appreciate that. that. Also give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our first edition, no trades, and before free agency, of the Las Vegas Raiders mock draft.